we're back. It's a beautiful evening. My name is R2TV, and tonight we're keeping scores. Of course, you all know that the weekend was really very interesting. It was a wonderful weekend. First of all, a lot of us woke up this morning to the All-Stars game. And of course, the talk about town is the fact that Russell Westbrook became the man of the match, the most valuable player, MVP. I like the sound of that. I wish I can pronounce it the way, or say it the way Wycliffe John used to say it. MVP? Okay, all right, now, that's about NBA All-Stars game, you know. It was a beautiful evening, West versus East, and then, of course, you know how it all went down. Of course, that's not just all about the NBA. I like to say to you that old warhorse, Dikembe Mutombo, also got, you know, enlisted for the Hall of Fame. But before we do that, we'll be going on a short break. But before we do, I'd like to tell you this. Tonight, as you know, I'm not here alone. I'm with my long-lost friend, my friend who absconded for a while because his prediction did not come true. But he's back again. Super Duper ABC, say hello to the people before we go on a short break.
Hello there, my name is Super ABC, and welcome to Keeping Scores.
One day I'm going to have to go and sit down with him and learn how to say hello, my name is Super ABC and all of that. Okay, don't go. We'll be back after this time out and we'll start with the NBA All-Stars game. All right, keep it locked down. My name is R2TV Salep. This is R2TV's Keeping Scores, and you know how we do. We'll be back to keep you the happy scores. Pum. Don't go away.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
And so that's how we do it. Like I told you before, we like to keep the happy scores. We like to keep the good scores. We like to keep those winning scores. Okay, it's a very beautiful evening. Yes, you all know how it is. It's Keeping Scores, and I have Super Duper ABC, like I told you. Okay, Super Duper ABC, bam. NBA All-Stars.
When the All-Stars started with a lot of drama, before the All-Stars game, Dwayne Wade was a man that was picked to join the All-Star crew that was selected with the NBA board to select some players. But due to injuries, he wasn't able to play into it, and that's where the drama continues. He tried to bring in some players from his team, and they couldn't set him on. That's with that.
But it was a very good game, a very, very, very good game.
A very interesting game, I must say. All night, you have to wake up early to watch the way basketball is being played. One of the most fantastic games ever to ever watch on TV. I'm so surprised the way their cameras have been set. It's just magnificent. When they dog the ball, you can't miss out on seeing the action they put on set for you. So, what a game to watch, and I enjoy it. Okay, well, for me, one of the biggest news for me, apart from the NBA All-Stars game, apart from the fact that Russell Westbrook, beautiful player, is the fact that Dikembe Mutombo finally made it to the All-Stars game. Now, we will play you a video of Dikembe Mutombo being, when it was announced to be selected into the Hall of Fame, the All-Stars Hall of Fame. And it's something that I find very, very, very emotional, very amusing. So we'd like to go on to that video. Keep it locked down, don't go away. We'll be back after this time out.
I think it's both. As a player, we don't see ourselves as just a basketball player. We see ourselves as a human being. And there's so many people that come to our way of life to make sure that we succeed. So we make sure that we balance our life with off the court and off the court. So I'm very happy to be here and sitting around all the great guys I see from Willis Reed, Dominic, Moses Malone, and Alonzo Mourning, and all those guys. I don't know how to express myself today.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
And that's actually Dikembe Mutombo. They're saying is very happy to be selected into the Hall of Fame. I mean, that was very emotional for me. That was really emotional.
The emotional part basically is that you have to see your role model if you play basketball. Do you play basketball?
I did play basketball. Actually, I wanted to use that to swerve my dad so I can actually go to the US. Don't mind me. Okay, you know, it was mentioning greats like himself, you know, and you could see the emotion on his face.
Exactly.
How does that make you feel?
It's fantastic to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's not an easy task for any player, and he's a player coming from Africa, all the way from Zaire, Congo-Brazzaville, a man that has to go through different challenges. He thought he was going to become a doctor, but he kept growing and he kept growing. You can see how tall he is. One of the best strong defense in the NBA history, and that is one of the greatest history, I must say, for African that has made a move to Europe, America, and becoming a player that has to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
It's no small feat being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I say to you, Dikembe Mutombo, congratulations. I'm sure you're gonna feel. I'm feeling for you right now. I'm feeling like, wow, Dikembe, Hall of Fame. But that's how much. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Stan Wawrinka beats Thomas Berdych in the Rotterdam final. Stan Wawrinka had to come from a set down to defeat the one and only Thomas Berdych. It was a very good game for Stan. He thought it was over, but he came from that set down and he trashed Thomas Berdych. Okay, I'd like to take you on to see that video. You know, Stan.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the next big Swede after Roger Federer. Do you think he's going to make it?
I think his left arm is also growing really big at the moment. Having a new coach, Daniel Vavelde, being his new manager that he has employed into his team tactics, and that has been added to a 95% or 92% thereabouts with his style of play. He came up with a very strong win late in Saturday against Milos Raonic, and that was it for him. Coming to the final, it was a big boost for him. I'd
like to ask you this. What about age? He's 29. That's another thing. Stan is 29. 29 is, yes. When do you think he can still go all the way out? Is a tennis player.
There is an athlete that is still making big move in the game of tennis. You can call her. She's Serena Williams. She's very, very strong and she's active.
The big, bold, beautiful Serena.
And yes, also for the very fellow Swiss man like him, he's still doing his game and he's still keeping it real in the game of tennis.
Okay, now that you mentioned Serena, I'd like to say that Serena is a bit down. Yes, you know, after the Australian Open, right from the Australian Open final, she wasn't feeling well. She played that final sick. She's down right now. So I'd like to say, Serena, get well soon. But quickly now, let's take you to see how my good friend Stan defeated Thomas Berdych. Don't go away, keep it locked down. This is still Keeping Scores. I'll be back. Or we'll be back. We'll be back. Super duper busy. We'll be back,
man.
All right.
Yeah, for sure, when you play a match like that, it's only a few points who can change the match. I was lucky on that one, but I was starting to play better. My game was there, I was putting more pressure on him, and at the end I'm really happy the way I played.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
Okay, that's my friend. When you win, you're my friend, because that means I get to keep the happy scores. You know, that makes me really, very happy. Okay, that's Stan there. And you want to say something about Stan?
I think he said he had life pleasures after he dropped the sets in the first set of the game, and that was it. If you can be able to pick yourself up after losing some, shots and making not the right calls.
Lose some games, lose some sets.
That's the spirit of a champion. I think Wawrinka is becoming that great player that might just be featured in the next few years as the great of the tennis.
Another great. Well, will he be as great as Roger Federer? We'd like to see. Will he hold on tenaciously and just get to that #1? I'd like to see. Okay, quickly now, let's move on to something else. Ajax Amsterdam versus Twente. Finally, Ajax seems to be getting their acts together. They defeated 24-2. What do you think about that game?
I think when a team begins to lose their captain, it's definitely going to be telling on a team like Ajax Amsterdam, despite the fact that they are still among the European teams that have been able to win consecutively their league. I mean, the Netherlands league for consecutive year of 3 years, if I'm correct, or 2 years thereabouts. And their coaches has also stated the fact that he is, firmly behind the team. And that is what we see when the team is coming with the confidence and they're ready to go up for the grab for the title this same season. Okay,
well, quickly now, we'll be taking you to the game at Ajax, to the game. Well, you see the drama. Don't go away. Keep it locked down. It's R2TV. This is Keeping Scores. Now, you need to see this. Watch out for the goals. Some beautiful, beautiful goals. Ajax, that's a 20. Keep it locked down. Take it away. We'll be back after this time out.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
Very busy. I'd like to ask him a question. Would you like to see those goals again?
Oh, very interesting goals. You have to see the last goal. It was well controlled by the player, creating a space for his striker to run in between the two defenders, and that was a fine finish to make it a 4-2 for the Ajax.
You know, when Ajax went down initially, I thought that was the end of the game. They came back, they pulled one back, they equalized, and then they went 2-1 up, and then 20 equalized. I thought, okay, that would be the end of the game, to be a draw. But Ajax actually ran. What do you think? What's Ajax's chances of retaining, becoming the Eredivisie's champion?
It just boils down to the mentality of the coach. The coach has been a champion for a very long time, and that has been maintained for him, for the team. And one of the things is that he has the consistency of building younger players. Building younger players is one of the best place for any club to strive and to grow far. And that has been one of the secrets so far for the team.
Okay, we'll now move. We leave Ajax. Now let's come back to the English Premier League. And this time around, we're talking about the FA Cup. Okay, finally, the FA Cup was played, is rested. But finally, I'd like to say this. Arsenal seems to be on their way to retaining the FA Cup. Will they retain it? Will they not? Do you think Arsenal have stand the chance of retaining the FA Cup? I'd like us to keep scores on this one together. Remember, All of our social media platforms are available for you. www.facebook.com/my R2TV. Of course, you know we do it on Instagram. It is at R2TV. And of course, on Twitter, it is at R2_TV. Now, do you think that Arsenal will retain the FA Cup? This is a direct question. Direct question, direct answer. Do you think Arsenal will retain the FA Cup? Don't forget the hashtag. Put the hashtag keeping scores on your reply. Put the hashtag keeping scores. Let's talk about this one. Let's dialogue. Let's have a conversation. Let's keep the scores. Okay, to you, Super Duper ABC. Do you think Arsenal will retain the FA Cup?
I think they have the confidence of playing in their home ground, and that was a good boost for them against Middlesbrough, which is definitely one of the things that you have to look at the moment. But after they scored the 2 goals with their most beautiful player, I call him Giroud, he's the most beautiful player of football. I don't think he has the quality to become the greatest players we have at the moment. On ground, this is a good one for them, and they are definitely doing what they know how to do best. I believe the coach mentality to make sure that the boys retain this title, because knowing for the Premier League, it's always the first place that they finish, but FA Cup might just be a good finish for them because they're not in the Carling Cup at the moment. Okay, all right, that's very good analysis from my friend Super Duper ABC. You see, each time I call him Super ABC, I keep forgetting his name, that is Abuchineke Onjoku. Don't trick me with that thing again. Don't say. Before he says anything, okay, we'd like to say Q. I have to see the highlights of Arsenal versus Middlesbrough. When we come back, we'll talk some more. We'll be taking you to Germany, actually, where Bayern Munich trashed someone. But right now, it's Arsenal versus Middlesbrough. So keep it locked down, don't go away. Take it away, and don't forget, we're keeping scores. Do you think Arsenal will retain the FA Cup? Okay, keep it locked down, don't go away. It's Arsenal versus Middlesbrough. Highlight, Arsenal versus Middlesbrough. Take it away.
You can now watch R2TV online at RoyalRootsTV.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
So Arsenal holding on tenaciously to their 2-0 win. 2-0 lead, and then finally it was a victory for them. Okay, really, I'd like to ask you this. You already said they stand a chance, but more importantly, there's a question I put out in the morning to all of our viewers, and I'm going to put it out again. Do you think, that's the second one we'll be keeping scores on. First of all, do you think Arsenal stand the chance of retaining the FA Cup back-to-back? That will be the first time if they do so successfully. Okay, also, do you think Oliver Giroud is now a great striker? Do you think he's one of the greatest strikers, or do you think he's a great striker? Can we now label Oliver Giroud as a great striker? Don't forget the hashtag keeping scores. What's your take on that? I believe the coach of the Arsenal team, Arsene Wenger, has placed a lot of confidence on him, and that has been working over time after he came up from injuries. It's a big boost for him, and then Arsenal are the team that
you understand there is the dynamics flowing in the team at the moment. Alex Sanchez is majorly the player that is giving out that spirit when it comes to giving out the right motivation. Mesut Ozil is not being the best player that you can count on to pressure and give off the the right passes, and also to add up to Arsenal's strength when it comes to counter-attack, for their up-front attacking, which they know how to use that pace up front and also create more chances to cause some problems for the defense. But at the moment, Giroud is trying, and he's a good player. We can think, giving him one of the list, but he's not going to be among the greatest players for the striking.
Well, if you look at his evolution, actually, from when he came in from Montpellier, he came in from Montpellier to Arsenal. Well, I think there was a lot of expectations on him. We were looking, I think Arsenal fans, Arsenal players were looking for a player in the like of Van Persie, but then it said something, I am not Van Persie, but it's also delivering. So congratulations, Olivier Giroud, on those 2 goals. But more importantly, we'd like to see you, if it's possible, break the record and win back-to-back for Arsenal. Okay, all right, now to the big game, to the very big game. Before we go to that big game, we saw our own Omero. Kenneth Omero. It seems it was no match. How well will you rate his performance in that game?
Fantastic, I must say, fantastic performance. After the defense was split open in the first half. Second half was well compact. He was also, having to talk with his fellow partner in back fourth, and that shows that Nigeria has a future in that a very young man called Kenneth Omero. Well,
Nigeria has a future in Kenneth Omero, but Kenneth Omero does no longer have a future in this year's FA Cup. He and his club, Middlesbrough, or his adopted club, Middlesbrough, fell like a pack of cards to the gunning Gunners. Okay, so maybe when he comes back to Chelsea, he would have a chance to actually be a great person. But right now, for us, we know he's a good player, and we wish him the best. I hope that Kenneth will progress and move on and on. Okay, to the big one, to the big game, to the big game. Bayern Munich inflicted a humiliating defeat at the Allianz Arena to they defeated Hamburg by 8-0.
I think one of the confidence that you can also put for the coach called Pep Guardiola is a man that always strikes to get his team back in form, and that is one thing he has done with the likes of Arjen Robben, a player that has evolved with his style of play. His running has been fantastic.
Robben seems to be ageless. That's something. He's been around for quite a while.
His pace is just phenomenal.
It seems to be getting faster every year.
Yes, and that is one of the things that you have to learn with playing alongside the other strikers that you have up front. For the team. Mario Götze is one of the players that you can't,
Götze is unbelievable.
You can't take him off from the Bayern or squad also, and that is partnership, which you have to create that synergy, and this man is also doing it very well. Despite you have some few players that are not on, on ground. The captain of the side, Philipp Lahm, wasn't in the team, out with injury, but you can't miss out this man.
Wait, Philipp Lahm in that game again. You want to kill Hamburg. Okay. Well, I'd like to tell you that this in 2 years, this is the second time that Bayern Munich will be defeating, or will be beating, or will be trashing, or will be teaching Hamburg a lesson. The first time they defeated them 2 years ago, it was 9-2, and now it's 8-0. Well, we'd like to take you to see the highlights of that game. I mean, the goals were fantastic. Keep it locked down, don't go away. When we come back, it's still keeping scores, We're back. Take it away.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
that is a game that I don't want to be on the losing side. I mean, it's easy when it's nice when you're beating 1-0, 2-0, but when you get trashed 8-0, and nearly all the forwards scored. Muller got on goal, Lewandowski, Götze, Ribéry, and of course Arjen Robben. What's your take? What's your take?
Both guys, their synergies are growing very, very well, and I believe that is one of the things that this team has enjoyed very much. But I kind of will not talk about Wolfsburg. They are on fire, beating Bayern Leverkusen by 4 goals to 5.
This weekend was a goal riot in Germany.
I think that 5-goal thriller was just good. I have to mention we have 2 key players from Chelsea. You know, Kevin De Bruyne and also Scholler. That is one of the latest imports to that team, and they are very, very fantastic. Their synergy is growing real strong, and a good marshal for Wolfsburg. But Bayern Munich are on point at the moment, and they extend their lead. Okay, our time is fast spent. We would have liked to go on and on and on. Don't forget, the Champions League football starts tomorrow or continues tomorrow. Bottom line is Champions League is back, and we will be keeping scores on that one. Quickly, I'd like to tell you that Bayern Munich, that you just saw trashed their opponent 8-0, have a match against Shakhtar Donetsk. And of course, Chelsea will be taking on Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, also on Wednesday, Schalke 04 will be taking on Real Madrid. We hope Real Madrid can enact their winning form. They won this weekend 2-0. And of course, FC Barcelona will be taking on FC Porto. We'll be going in now, we'll be signing out. I'd like one final word for you. Champions League tomorrow, what are you looking at? Quick touch on it. Chelsea are going to defeat Paris Saint-Germain in their own ground because they have a lot of injuries. For the Bayerns, they are going to beat the Ukrainian side because of the crisis that is going on in Ukraine. And also FC Portos are the ones that are on form at the moment, and it's going to be a good one for them. Okay, now, you need to take him up on that one. Let's keep scores on that one. Let's talk Champions League football. We will be going signing out with now. We still have more goals from the Bundesliga. But my name is R2TV Salem. Don't forget, tomorrow on R2TV's Breakfast Show, I'll be here to keep scores with you. And of course, don't forget, follow us on Facebook. Like our page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, anywhere you go, we're television everywhere. Download our mobile apps and you will not miss 1 minute of R2TV, 1 minute of entertainment everywhere, and 1 minute of keeping scores everywhere. My name is R2TV Salem. And my name is Super ABC. We'll be back on Friday. Yeah, it's going to be back on Friday. And then you will hold him responsible should Chelsea or Bayern Munich lose. But I'm sure these 2 teams will win. Okay, we'll leave you with these goals from the Bundesliga. God bless you. See you. Take it away.